Friends, in this lecture, we will learn about Laplace transformation. It is lecture 1. First of all, definition Laplace transforms. What is Laplace transform? Let f be a real valued function of a real variable t defined over minus infinity to infinity so that ft is 0 for negative value of t. Then we define Laplace transformation of function ft using the formula fs is equal to 0 to infinity e raised to power minus st ft dt. This is formula for Laplace transformation of a function ft, which is defined in interval minus infinity to infinity. Here one thing is noted that function is 0 up if t is negative. So integral start from 0 to infinity only. It is written as Laplace of ft. This formula represents Laplace transformation, and this is written as L of ft. When we solve this Laplace transformation, we get solution in the terms of S. So where S is a parameter, it may be a real or complex number. Generally, it is taken as a positive real number. L means Laplace transformation. When we start with the function is in the variable t, and when we apply Laplace transform on it, it changes into S. So Laplace transformation basically change one parameter to another parameter. So t variable is converted into S parameter. So it is known as Laplace transformation. Okay. Now we have Laplace transform of some elementary functions. Now we have to learn some formulas which are very useful to solve the problem. Number one, Laplace of 1 is 1 upon s. Laplace of t raised to power alpha is equal to gamma function alpha plus 1 s raised to power alpha plus 1, where s is a positive number. If this alpha is not an integer, then you have to write this formula in problems. If alpha, that is taken as an n, is an integer, then this formula reduces into n factorial s raised to power n plus 1. Okay, if we take Laplace of t square, then it will be 2 factorial upon s raised to power 2 plus 1. If it is not a fraction, it is not an integer, it is a fraction, then we will use this one. Okay, this formula. Now Laplace of e raised to power alpha t, its formula is 1 upon s minus a. Suppose alpha is 3 here, then formula will be 1 upon s minus 3. If alpha is minus 1 here, then formula will be 1 upon s plus 1. Next one is Laplace of sine hyperbolic t. This is a hyperbolic function. Its formula is alpha upon s square minus alpha square. Okay. Similarly, if we have to learn the formula of sine alpha t, its formula is alpha upon s square plus alpha square. So these two formulas are similar. In hyperbolic function, there is a negative sign. In a sine function, there is a positive sign. So similarly, we have other two formulas. Laplace of cos hyperbolic function is formula is s upon s square minus alpha square. But when we have to learn the formula of cos alpha t, here it becomes plus sign. So these two formulas are similar and these two formulas are very similar. Now we have to prove all these formulas. You can prove each and these 7 formulas using the definition explained in the first slide. Okay, I will explain first and two parts. Proof other parts are left to you. You can do very easily using the definition of Laplace transforms. Now look at the first one. We have seen that the formula for Laplace 1 is 1 upon s. Now we have to prove this. How to prove this? We know that Laplace transformation definition 0 to infinity e raised to power minus st ft dt. Now what is my ft here? My ft is here 1. Okay. Now instead of infinity, I have written here t. So t approaches to infinity. Now you have to integrate this using integrations formulas. We know that integration of e raised to minus st will be e raised to minus st upon minus s By putting the upper limit and lower limit, we get these values, and t approaches to infinity. E raised to power 0 is 1. So when we put t approaches to infinity here, it becomes 0 because 1 upon infinity is 0. So this part becomes 0. So we get 1 by s. Similarly, we have second formula, Laplace of t raised to power alpha. Again, using the definition of Laplace, e raised to minus st. What is written here in definition? Ft. So what is Ft here? T alpha. So in order to solve this formula, put st is equal to y. Then we have s dt is equal to dy. So question is converted into y variable. Here we have put value of dt, value of t. So it changes into this form. Okay, and limits are also changes into terms of y 0 to infinity. Okay, now we have s raised to alpha here and only single power s. So take it common and it remains only e raised to minus y and y raised to power alpha. Now this integral is a standard integral and this is called gamma integral. By using gamma integral, this part is become gamma alpha plus 1. You have to learn this. This is a gamma integral by using the definition of gamma function. So we have proved here Laplace of t raised to alpha is gamma alpha plus 1 as alpha plus 1. If this alpha is an integer, then this gamma alpha plus 1 will be equal to alpha factorial. Okay. Similarly, you can prove other. If again if this n is an integer, so gamma function is converted into n factorial because gamma n plus 1 gamma n plus 1 is equal to n factorial if n is the integer. So here we have used that one, Laplace of 1. If we want to find Laplace of 1, so put n is equal to 1. Sorry, if we want to find Laplace of 1, take these n is equal to 0 here. So it will be 0 factorial over s raised to power 1. Proved here, this one. If we find Laplace of t raised to power 1, put n is equal to 1, it will be 1 factorial over s square. If we want to find Laplace of t square, put formula n is equal to 2, so it becomes s cube. Similarly, if you want to find Laplace of t raised to power 5, it will be 5 factorial upon s raised to power 6. So on, you can find Laplace of any number in the form of t raised to power. Okay. Now we have a very important property of Laplace, linear property of Laplace transforms. If we have two functions f1 and f2, if we and their Laplace exists, then we can say that the Laplace of a1 f1 t plus a2 f2 is equal to this one. It is a very general property which we use also derivatives. So we have to start with the Laplace of this thing, and we know that definition of Laplace. What is definition of Laplace? 0 to infinity e minus st ft dt. So this is our ft whole function. So break this integral into two parts. Multiply it with this one and multiply it with this one. So we have two parts taking constant term outside. So this is Laplace of f1, this is Laplace of f2. It is a very simple result. You can extend this result for n functions also. Okay. Now we have solved different questions, problems related to this Laplace transform. Students, first of all, you have to learn all the formulas. If you learn all the formulas, then that is very easy to do all problems. First of all, we have the first problem to find the Laplace of 3t square minus 2t plus 6. We will use a linear property of transformation that is discussed in the previous slide. So first of all, using the linear property, we will take Laplace inside and take constant outside like this. Okay, Laplace of t square, Laplace of t, and Laplace of constant is treated as Laplace of 1. Now Laplace of t raised to power n, we know that it is an integer. It will be 2 factorial upon s cube. Laplace of t, it is n is here 1. It is 1 over s square. And Laplace of 1, you have to learn it 1 upon s. It is a very simple question. Now you can take LCM and simplify it. Another part. Now in the formulas we have learned that Laplace of EAT, Laplace of E alpha t, what is Laplace of E alpha t? 1 upon s minus alpha. So here alpha is 4, its Laplace will be s minus 4. Alpha is 3, its Laplace will be s minus 3. First of all, you have to use linear property, separate each terms. Here Laplace of cos square, we have no formula for cos square, so we will use identity cos square theta 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Then break this expression into two terms. Now we will apply the formula for Laplace. First one is Laplace E alpha t, and Laplace of E alpha t is written here 1 upon s minus alpha. Alpha is here 4. In this alpha is 3, so it is 3. Now this is Laplace of t raised to power n, and n is an integer. So formula will be 3 factorial s raised to power 4. Laplace of 1 is 1 by s. Laplace of cos 80. What is formula for Laplace of cos 80? Again right here. Cos 80. Its formula is s upon s square plus a square. This is the formula for Laplace cos 80. So a is here 2. It is s upon s square plus 2 square. So after that you can simplify the result and you can solve it. Main thing in the Laplace transformation, students, you must know the formulas. If you know the formulas, you can solve each and every problem. First of all, you must learn the formulas. Another problem, again we will separate the terms using the Laplace property. Okay, Laplace of 1 is again 1 by s. Now here n is a fraction. So we can't use formula, we have to use gamma function. Formula is t raised to power alpha gamma alpha plus 1 s raised to alpha plus 1. Similarly here, okay, so it is gamma 3 by 2, okay, and it is 1 by 2. And you students, you must know that gamma 1 by 2 is root pi, okay, and gamma 3 by 2 is broken into 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. After gamma 1 by 2 we can't break further because value of gamma 1 by 2 is given to us root pi. So using the all values we will get this answer. Another question, Laplace of sine square alpha t. Again, as in the previous example, we don't know the formula for sine square theta. We know that sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. Using this formula, we will separate the terms. Now Laplace of 1 is 1 by s, and Laplace of cos 80, what is formula for it? S upon s square plus a square. So again you need to learn formulas. By taking the LCM both sides, you can simplify the result and get the answer. Laplace of sine cube t. Again we have no formula for sine cube t. Student, you must know that we have only formula for sine t cos t. Sine alpha t cos alpha t. Instead of other things, you have to apply trigonometric ratios formulas and simplify it. Now we know that sine cube t formula can be written as 3 by 4 sine t minus 1 by 4 sine 3t. So by applying the Laplace, we get these terms. Okay. So now here Laplace of sine t. What is Laplace of sine t? It is a upon s square plus a square because a is here 1. And what is Laplace sine 3t? A is here 3. So a 3 s square plus 3 square. Now simplify, you will get the answer. Another part, it is a very simple, we have already done using Laplace of e raised to power alpha t. Okay. Next one. This is a very important question. Laplace transform of sine root t. So students, we have learned the formula for sine t, but we haven't learned formula for sine root t. how to solve this problem? In order to solve this problem, we will use Taylor series of sin x. We know that Taylor series of sin x, Maclaurin's form is x minus x cube. This term is wrong here, repeated here. X minus x cube by 3 factorial, x5 by 5 factorial minus x7 by 7 factorial, so on. Now put here x root t. Put value of x is equal to root t here. This is root t, root 2 cube, root t5, root 2, 7. Now it is written as t raised to power 1 by 2, t raised to power 3 by 2, t raised to power 5 by 2, t raised to power 7 by 2. Now we have to find Laplace by applying Laplace on both sides and using linear property. All terms get separated. Now it is fraction. So we will use this formula, gamma n plus 1. So it is gamma 3 by 2 upon s 3 by 2. It is gamma s 5 by 2. It is gamma 7 by 2 upon s 7 by 2. It is a gamma 9 by 2 upon 7 by 2. This is wrong. No L, because we have taken Laplace. Now how to simplify this gamma function? I explain you how to write this. For example, it is a gamma 3 by 2. So break 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. And we know the value of gamma 1 by 2 using this formula. If we have a 5 by 2, break 1, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, then gamma 1 by 2. 7 by 2, break 1, subtract 1. Simply 5 by 2, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, then gamma 1 by 2. If we have 9, gamma 9 by 2, we did it like this: subtract 1, 7 by 2, subtract 1, 5 by 2, subtract 1, 3 by 2, subtract 1, 1 by 2, last gamma 1 by 2. And we know that value of gamma 1 by 2, root pi. Take gamma 1 by 2 common from the all expression here. It is root pi. Take 2 common also from here, so that by setting all the terms we get this expression. 1 minus, you have to simplify the above equation taking gamma 1 by 2 common and s3 by 2 common from the denominator. We get this expression. You have to work out on this. So what is this? This is expansion, binomial expansion of e raised to power x, Taylor series expansion of e raised to power x. So I have written here e raised to power minus x. What is x here? This is x here. So in this way we have simplified this result. Similarly, you can solve the Laplace of cos root t. Here we have given the example of sin root t. Similarly, you can do the example for cos root t. By same way, using the Taylor series expansion, you can solve that particular question also. Thank you very much for watching the video.